my Ergoflex 5G memory foam review. It's been some time since I did my unboxing. I've got a good handle of this mattress. This is going to be my review. Just to give you a quick overview before I show it to you in more detail, it's all about the density of the memory foam with this mattress. It's a high density memory foam. I'm not absolutely 100% sure what the density is. I have weighed it. I've taken my own guess. They used to say 85 kilos per cubic meter on the website in print. And I'm saying I don't know for sure what it is now, simply because they've taken that off and they told me it's because it's sensitive commercial information. It's very common with mattresses that they don't want you to know the spec. It's very hard to get specs on Tempur-Pedic mattresses. And they do compare themselves to Tempur-Pedic. That they are the nearest thing in an online mattress to it in terms of the density of the memory foam itself. And I'm going to get onto that, as I said, in later detail. It certainly is a high-spec memory foam. The company itself has been around since March 2007. Does that matter? Well, yes, it does, especially with these online offerings, because they don't all do particularly well. I know of several that have gone to the wall in terms of startups, maybe a year they've been there and then they're suddenly gone. I just found out Hugger have now gone to the wall. It appears. I don't know. People are telling me they can't send their mattresses back. When I phone the number doesn't exist. If I email the owner, I'm not getting a reply. Although the website is still up. So I'm saying, as far as I can see, Hugger are no longer operating. And that's what I've also been told. So these companies do go to the wall. You get a 10-year warranty. But if they're not around for 10 years, there's not much you can do about it. So I'm pointing out, Ergoflex have been around since 2007, one of the oldest online offerings, online only offerings, and they've been around more than 10 years. They've been around for 12 years. So it is something to take into mind when choosing a mattress, especially with the online offerings. If they're not around in 10 years, the warranty doesn't really mean much. And I'm going to quickly point out that, say, 10-year warranty on this mattress, but the cover is 2 years, just to quickly point that out. They are a bit different. It's a 30-night trial. Now, let's say some companies don't give you any trial at all. Some companies allow you one return, but you never get your money back. If you don't like the second mattress you get, you're stuck with it. So any free trial is of note. It's something that's changed the mattress industry, has for me anyway. 30 nights trial, you can send it back, they will pick it up free of charge. I'm saying it's 30 nights because most of the others are 100 nights. Nectar, of course, are 365 nights. So the trials do matter. It's a 30-night trial. It's just about enough to adjust to a mattress. You do adjust to a mattress. I have to say, no matter how many mattresses I try, how I think of it on day one changes, a month down the line, not least because they will soften up quite quickly. And I will quickly point out, this doesn't soften up at all. This is the first mattress I've had no localized softening. Localized softening is probably the biggest issue that I can see with mattresses. It's an industry accepted thing that you get settlement. They expect some localized softening or dipping, and they don't consider it a problem unless it's within a certain range. However, for a normal person who's not aware that this is an industry accepted thing, will think there's something wrong with the mattress or they're not happy with it. So in terms of mattresses that go back, one issue will be localized softening. I didn't get any localized softening, and when I say localized softening, where you are dipping into the mattress most, so if you're on your back, your hip area, it's going to soften up more than the bits of the mattress surrounding that area. I do point this out a lot because I'm saying breaking in the mattress evenly is really, really important. That's why they will say as part of their warranty, make sure you keep rotating it. You can't turn it over because it has an integrated base, but you can turn them around, and you should keep doing that as regularly as you can when you first get it. However, having said that, I didn't get any localized softening on this mattress. That's a good sign. That's going to mean longevity down the road. I'm pointing that out. However, it may also mean it remains too firm for you, because most mattresses we think of as adjusting over a period of time. Actually, they're softening in certain areas, and it's no longer the mattress you had on day one. And suddenly, oh, it feels okay. But yeah, because it's now a softer mattress than you had on day one. So all things to take into consideration. They do offer next day delivery, but if you want the next day on a Saturday, you'll pay £35 more. They also offer what they call a white glove service. So this is something you have to ask for a quote on. However, it is available, and what it means is it's a 2-man delivery team, guaranteed, to the room of your choice, no matter what floor you happen to be on in a building, to your bedroom. They will unpack it and they will take away the packaging. So that's an option. Another headline is it's CertiPure certified. So good quality memory foam, you're hoping it's CertiPure certified. What does that mean? Well, it means it's regulated for the levels of VOCs, the volatile organic compounds, the chemicals that leach over a period of time, but it does diminish over a period of time, and that normally what you smell, and you say, oh, I've got this chemically smell from my mattress, those are the volatile organic compounds. It is a big deal when they certify them because the likes of Tempur-Pedic do not certify at all. So of course you're going to get, in the UK, in the EU, you've got regulations on what you can put in a mattress anyway. So there is some form of regulation. It's not like, oh my God, I've got no idea what's in that mattress. However, CertiPure go a level above. It's stricter criteria, but it only applies to polyurethane foam. Do have to point out, memory foam, of course, is polyurethane foam, just with specific additives to change its properties. So you can get a CertiPure certified mattress, but it doesn't mean, say, all the foams. For instance, latex. CertiPure wouldn't cover that. And it also means the other materials, the cover, could be polyester, often is, petrochemicals. CertiPure does not cover that. However, when they go one step above CertiPure, and that's OEcoTex 100 standard, as in the Ergoflex, it means the whole mattress, the whole part of that product, including the cover, the zips, all materials that go into that mattress are covered by certification. So if chemical sensitivity is an issue to you, if you're very allergy sensitive, you're going to want to know there's some criteria stricter than normal criteria to limit the amount of VOCs, the amount of chemicals that will leach out in your mattress, and make sure there's no harmful chemicals at all. So that's a level above OEcoTex 100. When you're talking about at this price level, I'm assuming that you may have seen my unboxing, so you already know, of course, being an online offering, it's going to come in a box like this. Well, it did come in this box. It's going to be vacuum packed. You're going to have to rip off the plastic outer cover, and then it will inflate, because of course they're all vacuum packed to make it easier to transport. They pass these transport cost savings onto you in terms of what you're paying for your mattress. So the mattress in more detail. So the first thing you're going to notice, the cover. It's got a little bit of Ergoflex branding right across it. It's got a little label at the end saying Ergoflex. The cover is a tensile cover. However, it's a blend of tensile and polyester. 41% tensile, 59% polyester. The thing about tensile, and why it's a nice thing to have in a cover, is because it's a natural product. It's made from wood pulp. It's naturally hypoallergenic. It has good wicking properties. In other words, it helps to keep you cool. And it's also very thin on the Ergoflex, which helps for heat transfer, which is important. If you're going to go for a memory foam mattress, you want it to work as memory foam. That requires the heat from your body. So a thin cover is a good thing. It allows for transfer of heat. Of course, you're also going to have sheets on top of that. So you've got to be careful what sheets you put on, what mattress protector you put on. And I also have to say, when I take this cover off, you will see it has a protective stocking on. It's contra to having the thin cover on the top. So although it's great, you've got a thin cover, you do have to weigh that against the fact you've got a protective stocking. I took the protective stocking off of my mattress. I'm not saying you should, because I'm pretty sure that's going to void your warranty. However, it does help for heat transfer, because you may have heat issues and it may not be something you want. But if you want memory foam and you want it to mold in the way memory foam does, because that's the point of buying a memory foam mattress, you do want to make sure there is some heat transfer, because then it molds to your body. It's going to feel a little bit softer. If there's no heat transfer to the memory foam, it's going to make it feel a bit firmer. And I have to say, I'm going to get onto the firmness soon, but it's very hard to nail the firmness level of any mattress, to be quite honest, because it depends on your weight and how you go through the layers, and all, because they all work together, of course. But particularly with a memory foam mattress, because not only does it depend on your weight, it depends on the heat of the room and how much heat is being transferred, the kind of sheets you have. It all adds up to making it very hard to say the firmness, not also because memory foam by nature, true full-on memory foam, slowly sinks. It can carry on sinking slightly over a period of hours. So depending on how long you spend in one position, it will be firmer or feel softer to you than it will to someone else. I'm mentioning this because, I did give this a good review on my written review. I have mentioned, that it's still quite molding, and it is, but some people are still saying they find it very firm. And I'm just pointing out, for anybody to nail the firmness of a memory foam mattress is very, very hard, because it depends on the room itself, it depends on the sheets you're using, the type of memory foam, and your body weight, and how long you spend in one position. All that makes it impossible. This is why I try to give relative differences between mattresses rather than say this is soft or firm. So if I say something is firmish, it's relative to mattresses that I've tried. I still say this is medium firm. People are saying they find it firm, and that's fine, but I don't know exactly how you're using it. If there's not much heat being transferred, it's going to feel firmer to you than it does to me. I use very thin sheets, and I've taken my mattress protector off, although I did measure the firmness with that on. Now, I was supposed to be talking about the cover, and I will talk about the cover. It's a nice cover. It's thin. It also unzips from the bottom, so it would have been nice if it was a side, but it does fully unzip. The zip being here, you can take the whole thing off. You can then wash it, machine wash it at 30 degrees. That's a big deal. Not many companies say you can wash their cover. One problem is how it affects its fire retardant properties. A lot of the fire retardant nature of your mattress will come from the cover. You know, one reason for using polyester is it's highly fire retardant. Now, I'm saying it's medium firm, but it's on the firm side. I've tried a lot of mattresses that are firmer, therefore I'm saying it's medium firm. Mattresses like Nectar, which is going to be something else you're looking at if you're looking at online memory foam mattresses. The Nectar will be a lot softer. The difference will be more noticeable after a few weeks of trying the Nectar because it will soften up, whereas the Ergoflex will take much longer to soften up, and for me, it's hardly changed. As I said, for me, that's a good thing. It's hardly changed since day one. It's the same firmness levels. However, other mattresses, such as the Nectar, will soften up considerably and make the difference a whole lot more down the line the longer you sleep on it. How does it feel to sleep on? First of all, I will say, it is contouring. No matter, although people keep saying, oh, it's on the firm side, I can show you, it is contouring. My 16 kilo weight is clearly sinking. It's clearly contouring. You can see it's hardly been affected outside of the area, so it's affected up to there. 16 kilos is a lot of weight to put in one area, and it's sinking. However, it does firm up quite quickly, so I can understand why people are saying it's firm. That's very soft. I do that, oh, nice and soft, but a little bit more. At that point, I can feel it firm up considerably. How quickly a foam mattress will firm up is called the compression modulus. Obviously, they're all configured in a different way. Layers of foam, how they come together to act. The compression modulus of the overall mattress will be a little bit different. And I would say this firms up quite quickly, but I still find it a nice mattress. I'm a back sleeper and a side sleeper. I'll get onto the side in a minute. So on my back, I certainly am sinking, but I can also feel quite quickly the supportive layer beneath me, which means that's the layer that's holding me up. It's not a comfort layer, and it's quite obvious on me. Now, I quite like that because I have back issues, because I'm used to overly soft mattresses, because I've tried a lot of mattresses, play havoc on my lower back. So I like it when it's as supportive as this mattress. I don't like my mattress any firmer than this, so I would say this is the top end of firmness that I like, and I could still call it medium firm. I will say I've been using it with a topper. I find it a really good base for a decent quality topper. I do use a topper a hell of a lot to fine tune my mattresses, and this Ergoflex has been my favorite base, I think, for my body mold topper. Now, I will say, as a side sleeper, it's probably, you know, you may well have issues with the firmness level. You may be happier on something like the Nectar. I wouldn't say it's the best for a side sleeper. Now, if you are heavier than me, I keep saying I'm 13 stone. If you are a lot heavier than me, not going to be too bad, I guess, on your shoulder. However, because it firms up quite quickly, it's probably not the most shoulder-friendly mattress that I've personally tried. But individuals will vary greatly. However, it's probably a good mattress for tummy sleepers who want a firm mattress. So it's preventing my hips from sinking in too far, which again plays havoc with your back, lower back, if you are a tummy sleeper. So yeah, I would definitely say back sleeping quite good. If you are someone who likes something on slightly firmer side sleeping, if you've got shoulder issues, there's maybe better options out there. If you're a tummy sleeper, average weight, it's probably a good option. Certainly softer than the likes of the firm mattresses such as Eve, Otti, Emma Original. Certainly firmer than softer mattresses such as Nectar Emma Hybrid, Casper, Lisa. Probably quite similar, I think, in feel to the Lisa Luxury Hybrid, previously known as Superior. They've changed the name of that mattress not long after I did my video. Brilliant. But yeah, quite similar, except that it's got a very dead feel. This has probably the least motion transfer of any mattress I've tried. So again, in terms of perceived firmness, it's going to make it feel a little bit firmer than it probably is because it has such a dead feel. So you're going to have to be used to memory foam and know what it's like, you know, to get on with this mattress, I guess, because it is a proper memory foam mattress in the traditional sense. And I keep saying some are full-on memory foam because a lot of these companies are making blends of where it's not really completely memory foam. It's got more of normal foam in it, makes it more responsive, but then it doesn't respond to heat so much. It doesn't have the molding properties. And don't forget, the main thing about memory foam is no pushback. So it dissipates under you, whereas a normal foam is quite springy, makes it quite responsive because it springs right back into shape. But that's why, if you've got aches and pains, why memory foam is so brilliant. It doesn't have that springiness. But that's also why they start trying to be clever and make blends of it so it's a bit more responsive. You're not getting the full-on benefit of memory foam. So when I say it's a full-on memory foam, it's not a blend as such to make it more responsive. It's doing exactly what I'd want memory foam to do. It's been body and ache friendly. I'd also have to say it's not the best mattress for sex because there is basically no bounce. I will show you that. Using a tennis ball, I basically show you exactly what the top layer is doing because it's not going to go with, you know, you're not getting pressure through to the bottom layers. So this tells me exactly that memory foam, basically no bounce at all. And the mattress as a whole, I can tell you, has basically no bounce at all. If I take my 16 kilo weight, first of all, I mean, it's dissipated, the energy is dissipated completely. There is no springiness, there's no pushback on my weight. If you think a good mattress for sex is something with a little bit of bounce, then this is not your friend. However, if your main issue is your partner moving and it's getting your nerves every time they turn, you feel it, this is a fantastic mattress for you. My 16 kilo weight. None of the bottles fell. Only the first bottle had much movement, but just remember that's a lot of weight, and I don't know if your partner is going to drop from that kind of a height. And even if you do, there's still hardly any energy traveling along that mattress. It's being dissipated through the layers of the mattress, through that memory foam layer. So a great mattress for motion transfer, for not feeling any transfer of energy as somebody moves on the mattress. Edge support. I found the Ergoflex very good. I found only the Lisa Luxury Hybrid was better, and of course that is a sprung mattress, a much bigger mattress as well, much more expensive mattress. So Ergoflex very good for edge support. So you know the feeling when you're laying on it and you move to the edge as you turn in your sleep or whatever, do you get the roll-off effect? Well, I don't think you would on this one. Well, it would certainly be less than on other mattresses. And if you're sitting on the edge of it, it's going to hold you up. It's not going to completely collapse as some foam mattresses tend to do. Even if I'm standing on the edge, it's still not collapsing under all that weight. So very good for edge support. If you're sensitive to heat issues, memory foam is never going to be the best option for you. I hope anyone looking for a memory foam mattress is aware memory foam works by absorbing your heat, and by its very nature it means there's going to be heat retention. You need to adjust your bedding if you start getting heat issues. You have to be realistic. There's going to be some heat build up no matter how they try and alleviate that, and they do try and say they're all fancy ways of doing it, but by its very nature true memory foam is going to heat up. Now they try to alleviate that in the Ergoflex because the layer beneath the memory foam is like convoluted, it's like egg crate shapes, so it allows for some airflow around it, but it's still memory foam on top. Just be aware if you're going for memory foam, it's not the best option if you are particularly sensitive to heat build-up. As I said, it's very good for point elasticity. In other words, it's giving where you're pressing down, but nowhere else along the mattress. So you don't want to be pressing down here and it's still being affected out to the edge. That would be very poor, and it means all your lumbar region, all your areas of curves and all that, the bits that needs to be supported when you're laying on it, will not get the support they need. In terms of point elasticity, Ergoflex I found very good. It's the strong point of memory foam generally, so I would have hoped that would be good, and it is. As with all these mattresses online, very hard to nail the actual price you will ever pay, because very rare the headline price, the retail price, is the price you pay. They always have never-ending deals. It seems to be the done way now. So Ergoflex are no different. So if you take into account the normal amounts off, which is normally quite generous, it's a very good value mattress compared to other similar online mattresses that you would consider their nearest competitors. So it's well priced once you take into consideration the deals they always have. So make sure you're always getting the deal. It's CertiPure certified, it's OE Cotex certified, no worries about harmful VOCs, volatile organic compounds. However, I did say in my unboxing, it did have a bit of a smell, it did linger a bit. I certainly had lower smelling initially mattresses. However, at this point, and I'm like 2 months on, I think, or maybe even more, the smell has now gone. However, there was a smell initially. It wasn't very strong, but it was noticeable, and it did linger for a little while. If that's an issue to you, then I'm just giving you the information you're going to need. However, having said that, no smell now. I'm going to say we're having a heat wave in London at the moment. It doesn't happen very often, and when it does, it catches me out. I apologise for being very, very sweaty. There isn't much I can do about it. I don't have air conditioning, and it's extremely hot outside. I am now going to get on and take the cover off, show you the layers, talk about the layers in more detail. As I already said, the cover does unzip fully. You're allowed to take it off, which is sometimes an issue with these companies because it's designed to come off, although a bit awkward, it unzips from the bottom. However, you can take it off and wash it, machine wash it at 30 degrees. That is good. You will see I do have the protective stocking on under it, but it's a bit ripped because I take it off when I use it. You may have noticed on the website, it talks about ACPT foam. And indeed, there's a label on here that says Advanced Cellular Polymer Technology. It's basically another word of saying polyurethane foam and the memory foam that is used. So nothing to really differentiate it between different memory foams, but it's a technically correct way of describing it, as far as I'm aware. Now, then take the cover off. So it does have a protective stocking. I do take my protective stocking off. It allows for better heat transfer. However, it's going to void your warranty, clearly. It doesn't matter to me because I paid for this single mattress, but after doing my unboxing, they actually gave me a refund and said, we've changed our policy and we're allowing people to take a free mattress away and review it with no strings attached. So there was no strings attached to my review. It's personally my personal opinion. However, they did refund me, and I'm just letting you know. So I don't know what the actual density of each layer is. They no longer publish that information. And it may be exactly what they used to describe it as, the memory foam itself being 85 kilos per cubic meter. However, I have weighed the whole mattress. I do know that the foam overall in this entire mattress has an average density of 50 kilos per cubic meter. And most of these online mattresses are around 40 kilos per cubic meter. So it is clearly decent foam. It really matters the density of your foam because more foam means better longevity down the line. Quite simply, there's more foam in a given area to support your body. Foam does tend to lose its characteristics because of the constant compression decompression. So most of that is the top layers. And what I mean by that is every time you're laying on it, you're not laying on it, you're moving, you're not moving. That compression decompression is what over time softens that foam. So in the same area, if you have more foam, which means we're talking high density foam, it's going to take longer for that characteristics to weaken. It's going to take longer. You're going to get more longevity basically out of a higher density foam mattress, all other things being equal. And it's the top layers that will go most because the integrated base layer is made to be firm, which means there's hardly any compression decompression going on because it's being taken by the top layers. So we do have 3 layers on this mattress. Here is your 9 centimeters of memory foam, and that's a good dollop. So I would call that a proper memory foam mattress. Some of these mattresses, like when one of the old Eves had a 75 kilos per cubic meter memory foam on top, very good spec, but they only had 3 centimeters of it. It's not much good to anyone. So 9 centimeters means you're getting, all the properties, the characteristics that you would want from a memory foam. Otherwise, it's a bit of a waste. And still having a high density memory foam. Under that, it's a normal polyurethane foam. Just point out again, memory foam is polyurethane foam, but with certain additives which completely change its characteristics. So plain polyurethane foam under that, noticeably softer. So that that is, although we talk about this being a firmish mattress compared to the memory foam mattresses, but that top layer is still pretty soft. I'm not putting much pressure on it, it's completely giving, but it gives quite quickly and then hits the firmer layers below. That's why I'm saying it kind of firms up quite quickly. So they have a transitional layer there. So that's not just a transitional layer. It also, as you can see, has, this crated design, convoluted foam. So it's allowing for some air flow around it. Tempur-Pedic-like style, they also do the same thing. So it just helps to take some of that heat away. But there's only so much it can do, clearly. And then you have your integrated base layer. So 9 centimeters memory foam, 5 centimeters transitional polyurethane foam, 9 centimeters of firm base foam. Of course, integrated base means can't flip the mattress. If I try and smell it, even with my nose right up to the bare foam, I would say 99% of the smell is gone. There's a tiny smell there. But, as on my smell test, as I try and point out, you're never going to do this. And from here, I can smell nothing. There's a slight chemical smell if I go right close up to it. So basically, in a room, that's going to be a non-smelling mattress. Having weighed the whole mattress, as I said, I don't know exactly what that density is. I'm not saying it's 85 kilo per cubic meter simply because they don't publish it. So I can't be sure whether it actually is or not, whether it's changed or not. What I can say is I definitely know that this is a high density foam. It's clearly 70 kilos per cubic meter or over, depending on how you think these other foams may be configured. But it's certainly a high density foam. It's not, probably what I think is about 50 kilos per cubic meter of, say, an Exa mattress. This is a proper high density memory foam. However, some of the Tempur-Pedic range will still have a higher density. Normally, along with the high density, you would expect it to be a firmer feel. Some of these Tempur mattresses do come with a softer feel, but on the whole, all things being equal, high density memory foam does equal a firmer feel. However, to me, this memory foam is quite giving, quite softish. It's just that it hits that transitional layer quite quickly and kind of firms up quite quickly. CertiPure certified, as I said, OECO Tex 100. That's quite rare. OECO Tex 100 standard. That's a nice thing to have in your foam mattress. Tells you it's a quality mattress. It applies to the whole mattress, not just the foam. So overall, given the price level, I think it's a good value mattress. I think it's a very good value mattress. In terms of comfort, which seems to be a lot of people coming to buy a new mattress and who maybe only buy one mattress every 10 to 15 years, think it's all about comfort. And it isn't, is it? It's about finding a mattress that suits your body. That initial comfort feeling is normally all about sinking in and it's enveloping you and it's feeling, oh, it feels great. It's not about the support you're getting overnight sleep. Comfort issues can often be alleviated simply by buying a topper. A lot of people say, oh, my mattress is terrible, I bought a topper and it's fine now. Yeah, it's because it was only about the comfort layers, but there's a hell of a lot more to a mattress than just that comfort layer. Normally you'd want to get the comfort layer just right and have everything under it nice and firm and holding your body up. Comfort layers do not hold your body up. It's the firm layers below that hold your body up. But you couldn't do that really without a comfort layer. It would feel awful. So it's quite complicated. And I think most people just want to know. Most people who complain about my videos say, just tell me if it's comfortable or not. They want 1 minute, they think they can be told that. And I can't help you if that's what you really believe. I can't tell you if this mattress will be comfortable to you. I'm not saying it's the most comfortable mattress I've had. However, it's pretty comfortable when I add a topper. But the mattress itself, it's a quality foam, it's a high density foam, and it certainly supports my body where I need supporting as a back sleeper. And I could have a comfortable mattress that didn't support me in quite the same way, and after 8 hours sleep, I can tell you I will have a backache. Two different things, a mattress that is good for you and a mattress that is comfortable. Obviously you want both of them, but as I said, it's easier to sort the comfort out after the fact by adding a topper that's just suitable for you. So that's the route I ended up going, to be honest. finding something that was a little bit firmer than I would normally sleep on, and then fine-tuning with a topper. Even with all the mattresses I've tried, I found that was the best route. That's not to say I couldn't find any of the others both comfortable and supportive. I did, however, for a long-term sleep, my best solution was something with a topper. And quite honestly, this is now my first go-to choice with my topper. I find with the topper both comfortable and supportive, and it's going to last me. I'm quite confident this will last me, given that it hasn't locally softened up at all yet. First mattress I've had that didn't do that. So that's a good sign. So yeah, I think it's well priced. I think it's a good quality mattress. But if you have heat issues, if you need a soft mattress, if you have shoulder issues and you're a side sleeper, may not be your best option. As a package, for what it is, I quite like it. So that's my basic summing up. Hope you got something out of this mattress review, and thank you for watching.
UK